Have you ever felt unnoticed by someone? Truly into it, like though a shadow appeared out of nowhere dims your reality, causing you to become absorbed in the pain of rejection. Those emotions that, being disregarded and unsure, can seem heavy. But Stoicism is the key here. Shows us that we are always in control over our responses instead of allowing you accept rejection as a defeat. Time to develop and reveal your really strength, which we will examine in today's video. How to turn rejection into an opportunity to get that someone to notice you, not by gaming, but by using your own fortitude and self-assurance. This focuses on creating a presence that communicates. Together, we'll learn how to turn obstacles become stepping stones in the direction of achievement in life and connections. You will ultimately be enabled to change every obstacle into progress. So please click like and subscribe. Come along and tell us about your experience in the Let's Explore This Together in the comments. Now begin the first step of put her out of your thoughts. When a lady ignores you, one of the things that the most effective Stoic techniques are only clearing your mind of her. This does not imply repressing your emotions or feigning indifference instead. It involves turning your attention to what matters a lot and is under your control, like your development and well-being. Begin by re-evaluating your personal objectives. Ask yourself what accomplishments would make you feel satisfied and provide a roadmap for achieving. This captures your attention right away. Away from the frustration and in the direction of significant advancement, then delve into interests you have or develop new ones. Whether you're learning to play the guitar or joining a playing sports or pursuing hobbies in cooking are not only idle diversions, they're investments in your development and happiness. They foster happiness and reinforce skills. Stoic principles of independence and inner tranquility. Remember the importance of spending time with loved ones and friends, people that truly care about you these days. Relationships serve as a reminder of our value, is not determined by the carelessness of one individual, but by our mutual love and support. Spend this time with others for self-analysis to consider your qualities. Are you as gentle and patient or stoic as you'd like to be? Resilient focuses on developing character as the one something that we can always manage by focusing your focus. In this manner allows you to accept the stark reality that outside things, such as being disregarded, shouldn't disrupt your inner tranquility. In her absence doesn't diminish your value or potential for a happy existence. Basically, getting her out of your head is about taking back your tranquility and putting forth your energy. You have the power where it counts the most. To decide what you want to focus on and when is growing and happy, it's always a victory. 2. Do not respond. Psychologically, when you're being disregarded by someone who is stoic, highlights the significance of controlling your reactions and remaining stable while responding to emotional fervor frequently intensifies a circumstance or make you feel worse. Instead, be calm and kind. If a female doesn't reply to your signals or appears aloof, you might say like, "Hey, I've noticed that you appear to a little far away. Is everything all right?" Demonstrates care and attention without assuming that the coldness will be the worst. Continues. This is a genuine instance of Stoicism. The key to practicing Stoicism is concentration. On the things you can control your responses, your mental health, you cannot alter the behavior of another person, how she behaves, but you have power over your reaction by remaining composed and avoiding annoyance that you're displaying. Adaptability and maturity aren't merely about projecting composure, it's about really maintaining your personal tranquility and dignity while also putting effort into. Continue to do the things that make your life better. pastimes that make you happy and spend time with companions and make personal investments, objectives on which your sense of value is independent. Someone else's acceptance and composure shows us that genuine assurance is found in value oneself, without reference to others. Lastly, if repeated attempts to connect are regularly faced with apathy, think about taking a step back. Additionally, Stoicism highlights the importance of, when necessary, letting go isn't giving up, is a deliberate decision to conserve your energy and put it to use. Where 3, ignore her back when it's okay. Someone you're considering decides to disregard you. Your initial reaction could be to disregard them in return, even though it might appear. This strategy is actually paradoxical, corresponds with Stoicism and self-respect. We learn to prioritize from values, Stoicism, inner tranquilly above approval from others. Suppose you message her and she doesn't respond. Instead of sending follow-up texts or experiencing frustration, decide to ignore it. This isn't about letting her experience the consequences of her actions, but rather about respecting your own intuition of composure and keeping authority over your responses in the same way. If you're in a group context, she doesn't respect your opinions, and don't argue for her focus, and interact with those who like or value your presence, listening rather than permitting her to react to annoy you, or not at all. You're deciding to remain calm and focus your efforts in the right places. Appreciated in public settings if you believe persistently disregarded with a gracious excuse. Moving on and taking care of oneself is empowering. Selecting it shows that you value too much of yourself to remain where you are ignored, but without making a fuss. This method safeguards your dignity while demonstrating your self-assurance and autonomous by avoiding emotional reactions. You're living up to Stoic ideals, concentrating on the things you can control, such as your behaviors and responses. You're communicating quietly that you're available to civil exchanges, but safe sufficient to go when that respect isn't. This demonstrates genuine Stoic dignity, remaining calm and confident despite the expression of disinterest for leaving and enjoy yourself. Stoicism shows us that we ought not to repress our emotions, but learn how to control them, particularly when and faced with obstacles such as being disregarded rather than going into a downward ideas. Why not use that energy into a fun activity, whether it's calming down with a romantic film, taking a swing on the basketball court, or peaceful walk in the park? These activities accomplish more than just divert attention. Recognize that you are capable of bringing happiness into the world, irrespective of what other people do. Including buddies in your plans can increase this positive shift. Friends who aren't just encouraging your mood, but also offer viewpoints and serve as a reminder of your intrinsic worth, that you can investigate together new locations, explore various activities, and create enduring memories. This feeling of belonging is essential in Stoic thinking, which supports your resilience in the face of negative feelings and makes you value the relationships you have if you're still experiencing some sadness. Think about departing from your typical routine. Check out that new eatery you've been interested in seeing, live music exhibit, or attend a nearby meetup. That these encounters spark your attention can do more than merely divert your attention from ignored. They broaden your perspectives and introduce you to new individuals, maybe resulting in fascinating Stoicism in friendships and possibilities. Inspires us to live in the moment and maximize each and every circumstance, occasionally by going outside our comfort zones to learn about new aspects of existence and ourselves. So when you feel ignored, keep in mind that it's a chance to rediscover what makes you special. Go out, enjoy yourself, and give it your all. This way of thinking in life not only benefits you manage emotions of rejection while also enhances your happiness and character in a manner it is consistent with Stoic principles. Relish the journey, concentrate on the good things, and allow your life will be full of experiences that validate your value, and contentment creates a social standing. When confronted with the situation of being disregarded, a potent strategy should focus your efforts on raising. This has nothing to do with your social standing. Looking to other people for approval, it's about developing your sense of value and presence in your neighborhood, which perfectly conforms to Stoic ideals of freedom and self-improvement. By raising your social status by constructive endeavors, you're not only gaining favor with individuals in the vicinity you, while simultaneously bolstering your own confidence and self-respect. So how can you begin putting this into practice? By making physical and mental investments in yourself, and routine mental exercises at the gym can improve your self-esteem and well-being, making you feel more energized and assured, as well as venturing into a new pastime or picking up a new ability doesn't simply take up your time. It enhances your life and offers stimulating dialogue first, regardless of whether you're learning a new linguistic experimentation with foreign recipes or listening to music instrument. These activities make you a more professionally well-rounded individual. Concentrate on improving your career and look for fresh credentials or accept difficult tasks that can improve your standing in your industry's. Networking is important here, since it links you with people who can provide assistance, guidance, and opportunities. Recall your professional achievements. Add to the presentation of your persona. Your commitment and proficiency as a volunteer hearing is yet another powerful method to raise your social status. Demonstrates your compassion, empathy, and dedication to a greater purpose than attributes that not only make you make a deeper impression while standing out. Ties to your community, representing genuine Stoic principles in today's social media. In the digital era, can be use this journey's strategic tool to share your accomplishments, passions, and encounters. When you share a recent trek during a volunteer activity or a professional milestone, that you create a picture of a person who is actively involved. And this isn't about boasting, which is intriguing. It's about asking people to view you are a complex individual. By paying attention to these areas, you're fostering a full, energetic life that it would be difficult for anyone to ignore. Additionally, you're following the Stoic mindset that focuses on what you can direct your behavior and development instead than being mired in the details of how people think you're getting. 6 expresses. In terms of Stoicism, your value is decided not by the recognition we obtain from others, yet independently qualities and deeds. So when a woman ignores you and fights the impulse to back off or feel hopeless, instead, take advantage of this chance to demonstrate your worth. Allow your charm, wit, and intelligence are evident. This isn't about demonstrating for her. It's all about remaining loyal to your personality and aiming towards excellence. For example, within a team, if she brings up a subject that you're aware of, how to participate with confidence, enter the conversation and provide your perceptions in a manner that enhances This method of discussion isn't about flaunting, is about creating a significant contribution, which is, a humor can be a core Stoic virtue. Strong ally under these circumstances. If she makes a scathing remark about you, reacting in a shrewd and a humorous answer might draw attention to your tenacity and navigational skills, social forces that don't shake. This is consistent with the Stoic idea of keeping your inner tranquilly in spite of outside situations, while also being an excellent listener contributes significantly to proving your value. When she divulges something, pay close attention to and participate in with insightful remarks or inquiries. This demonstrates your appreciation for the dialogue and honor her viewpoint, even if she doesn't return the favor. It's about being dignified and respectful, which are fundamental Stoic qualities. By displaying these traits, You're not merely trying to get her attention, you're actively putting the Stoic ideals of integrity and self-respect are key components. Recognizing your worth and identity, ready to share it with other people irrespective of their first responses. Such. The next time you feel left out, keep in mind that your value doesn't decrease. Because of someone else's indifference, continue being the best version of yourself, and letting your behavior reveals a lot about you. Is this how you keep your composure? Maintain your cool and demonstrate that you're not someone who is easily ignored. All communications for 7 years. Terminating all correspondence isn't about being vindictive or passive-aggressive. It's a strong demonstration of self-respect and a method to preserve your emotional vitality. If you've contacted and been nothing back, or if your efforts to connect are regularly faced with silence, it might be time to withdraw. Entails stopping the calls and texts and reducing contact if you come across. Take a step back from her in person so as not to elicit an answer or control the circumstance, but to restore the tranquility you merit. For example, if you've been conveying unanswered messages, avoid the need to send in more. The expectation of a different result. Likewise, if you phone and she doesn't answer, pick up and resist the temptation to try again. This goes beyond simply demonstrating that you refuses to put up with being ironed. It's about showing yourself that you appreciate your own value is too great to pursue. Someone who doesn't return the favor endeavors in social settings if you discover you are not in the same circle as each other. Must be meticulous about interacting. Recognize her presence with her courteously if required, but reroute your pay attention to people who value your company. Avoiding her is not the goal. Spite, it's about directing your enthusiasm for more constructive relationships. From a Stoic standpoint, this is illuminating. We must never allow our inner tranquility be disrupted by actions we cannot decide to break off contact. You're putting the Stoic discipline into practice, of detachment as opposed to penalty or resentment, but as a deliberate choice to concentrate on what enhances your existence and protects your calmly. Keep in mind that this strategy is about keeping your peace and dignity of mind. It's a self-care practice that keeps you safe from harm or disturbed by the absence of engagement. Adhere to your principles. Be in the company of people who inspire you, and keep leading a life that you can take pride in this, as it exemplifies the Stoic manner. Gaining flexibility in concentrating on what is really important and letting go of don't beg for her, do they? Pay attention. Your initial reaction is to, I'm curious about her thoughts on you. It's simple to adopt an attitude that feels characterized by Stoicism, but by her observations instructs us that our sense of value should never rely on the opinion of others. Or focus, therefore, if a female ignoring your messages instead of sending her additional texts in the hopes of a response, stand back and consider why you feel the need to look for her focus and remind yourself of your own worth and potential. If you decide to reply following a period of silence, allow it originate from a point of self-strength and guarantee a response such as, no issue, I've been occupied with own projects, shows that you're not merely waiting. For her, it's an indication that you, regardless, life is rich and rewarding. Of her participation rather than obsessing, change your focus to live your life on her, live your best life by doing what you enjoy. Be in the company of individuals who inspire you, and concentrate on your own personal and professional development as you put in the time. In these constructive endeavors, confidence increases by proving to everyone you lead, even her, a lively, satisfying life by demonstrating something you can live with or without. You are stoic in your attention to her, resilience-related concepts, and this isn't about making her feel good about herself, feel as like she's losing out on something malicious way. It's about actually having fun, and discovering contentment in your personal endeavors. Keep in mind that Stoicism does not support emotional detachment or disregarding your emotions, rather than teaching us to manage our feelings in a healthy way and keep your dignity in a positive manner. Honor her choice to divert her attention and continue making investments in yourself. Strategy not only improves your appeal to others, but also makes your life better, which is the final objective. 9. Refute her views. Accept the power of silence in particular. When confronted with miscommunication, or if a woman has misconceptions, ignore them. Regarding your identity or your abilities of it may be the ideal opportunity to display your true self. Stoicism tells us not to let other people influence us, viewpoints, but to act in accordance with our nature qualities. If she believes you're not informed about a specific topic, take advantage of the chance to share your observations when the subject comes up. This isn't about being arrogant or overpowering. It's better to correct softly her misunderstandings by your behavior, and understanding if she thinks you're uninteresting. Shock her, and maybe even oneself, by taking part in novel activities or discussing interesting tales that make you feel special. Passions and experiences, whether they're talking about your most recent book adventure that changed your viewpoint, or a pastime that thrills you and shows off her varied hobbies, can help her change perspective. Over time, though, it's important to keep in mind that Stoicism also highlights separation from outside validation. If she keeps ignoring you in spite of it's crucial to avoid taking it. For me, this can be difficult, but the secret is to concentrate on your own development and bettering oneself instead of looking for her validation. Participate in personal growth for your personal fulfillment and health, instead of just to alter a person's decision today. We have examined the potent lessons of Stoicism. Serves as a reminder that our responses to the difficulties of life are well within our power. We talked about how to transform rejection into a motivating factor for resilience and personal development. If it seems like no one special notices, it is crucial that you keep your calmness, confidence, and avoid taking offense at their lack of interest. Rather than considering rejection as a setback, view it as a chance to demonstrate your genuine mental, and this strategy's psychological strength is about honoring the limits of others while making a lasting impression with your. Remember this for a respectable reaction. Philosophy goes beyond romance, tries to apply it to every facet of relationships and life. If you discovered this is an informative film. Please take a time to subscribe and like it for more information that aids in navigating life's complexities with confidence and poise. We would adore hearing your tales and observations. In the remarks section beneath, your experiences may serve as a source of hope for someone else dealing with comparable obstacles. Before you go, be sure to view the suggested video that appears on your screen presently, and I appreciate your ongoing assistance. And keep in mind that everyone's setback may serve as a springboard for advancement if we absorb and develop from it. Continue to embrace your path with tenacity and transform each rejection into a first step towards achievement. See you in the upcoming video.